Hi, welcome to Sheltering with Swami. I'm Swami Chaitanya.
Nikki and Tipu here.
Oh, Tipu's here now, too.
Tipu's here today.
Yeah. Well, today what we thought we'd talk about is one of our trips, or one of our many trips to India. But this time we were going to focus on where we were up in the Himalayas.
Mostly because the springtime is when we would go up there, and it's just absolutely a gorgeous spring here right now. And this place where we live, our ranch up in northern Mendocino County, has always reminded both of us of the Himalayas. We were in the Himalayan foothills. It was about 6,000 feet where we lived there, and here it's 2,600, but it's still, sometimes you just smell it in the air, and you wake up in the morning and think about this little village called Kosani where we lived.
Yeah, and it was on this ridge, as Nikki said, about 6,000 feet, but from that ridge we had about a 200-mile view of Himalayas, they say.
Several peaks that were 20,000 feet plus.
Yeah, well over 20,000. And the most famous one for us at that point was one named Nanda Devi, right? And Nanda Devi, that's a goddess mountain, and it was our inspiration up there.
There's also Trisul.
And
that
Trisul,
was a fabulous one. That Trisul is the trident that Shiva carries.
Yeah.
And so the mountain actually had this kind of three.
Can you see it over there? There's a trident right over there.
There's the trident right
Shiva's
there.
trident.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had this tiny little cottage made out of stone, and it was whitewashed and had 2 stories, but it was basically just 2 rooms with even a little bathroom. And it had been, what did you say, built by some English couple.
English couple years before. We had that place for probably 8 years or so.
Yeah,
I think.
and just outside it had all these terraces that went down into the valley, and at a certain point they planted all these tea bushes on these terraces and so on. But yeah, we would live there for 4 to 5 months in the springtime, and then sometimes we would travel around when it got too much rain in the monsoon season, and we'd also be back up there sometimes in September, October, right?
Yeah. And it was, to get your shopping done, you had to walk down a few miles down to town. It was more of a hike coming back up, of course, because at that altitude it's a bit of a hike.
But there were beautiful dirt paths along the rice paddies and in the terraces and so on. And
these incredibly strong villagers that just, you better light that up. These incredibly strong villagers that just would walk forever, even if it was slippery. They were fearless of falling down.
Especially
or
the women. You see the women with a bright red sari with a huge pile of either hay or straw or something, or sometimes even a whole bucket of cow manure they'd have on their heads. These beautiful things.
Balanced.
And also it was cannabis area. We could take a walk around on some of the terraces and all of a sudden run into these 10-foot, 15 high cannabis plants that were growing there.
Yeah, it was a magical place to live.
Right.
And it was actually a small village where Mahatma Gandhi had been at some point.
Right.
Remember that? And made some sort of, he called it the Switzerland of the Himalayas or something.
The magnificent view.
But it was much nicer than
But
Switzerland.
Ramdas was also in that same area, actually, and his guru, Nim Karoli Baba, was only about 15 miles away, really. And we would go past it when we'd take the bus into town. We'd have to go into the big shopping center called Almora, which was
big shopping center.
Well, it was a huge town. It was the county seat for the whole area. And there were
not
restaurants and hotels. No, come on, it was not. But there were many shops, and we would stock up provisions and come back with huge packs load of, flour.
And what did we do all day? People used to ask, what do you do besides look at the view? And we would read and write. I did a lot of writing there.
I did a lot of painting.
Yeah,
I played my clarinet quite a bit. And then at a certain point, Nikki and I spent a fair amount of time apart. So I would spend 3 or 4 months up there, and I would be meditating 3 or 4 times a day, and getting very little sleep and doing yoga asanas and so on, and just immersing myself in some of the most sacred Hindu texts. And so that was really quite a meditative, solitary experience for me. And it'd be months. I'd go by for a month or so and hardly speak English with anybody.
Yeah. No, and that's the other thing we did there was we studied Hindi. We never got really good, but we got sort of.
Well,
good.
we had these books and these tapes.
But
we could learn a lesson and then go down to the chai shop, the tea shop, and practice with some of the local people there, because hardly anybody up there spoke English, and they were always delighted to do that. So.
Anyway, springtime in the mountains reminds us of Kosani, so we're just daydreaming about that magical place. And
but the climate was interesting,
It was, but we've got to sign off now.
We got to sign off? Okay.
Much love.
Much love. Om Namah Shivaya. They had roses and gladiolas.